Well, welcome to the Totally Awesome Fishing Show. I'm already set up down here in deepest Somerset at Lovelynch. Looking if I've got floats out there already. Just got rudd. It's a day ticket, very small. Look, I'm going to pan around, you should be able to see it. I think we did another film on it. But it is just lovely and quiet here. And I'm on my way down into Somerset, and where better to stop off at than here. There is not one other angler fishing. I've had about 20 minutes, got some ground bait in there, mix of Baileys and some chicken meal, maggots. Unfortunately with maggots, big time rudd. So I'm all set up here. I haven't actually got a new chair because it's a slope. I forgot to bring mine, so Mike, who runs it, has lent me his. So what I'm fishing with, because I'm getting pestered by the rudd, which are a pain, maggots, no chance. Probably better off with paste baits, I feel. And I've got, what have I got here? I'm using 10 mil halibut pellets there, because at least that allows the float to stay there and doesn't get towed all over the place. The species I'm after is tench. There's a backup of carp. There's no giant carp in here, just regular sort of, I don't know, 3 to 10 pound plus, something like that. So nobody really knows what's in here, and that's the truth of it. I don't think they do know how big the carp are in here, but I've never seen any real big ones here. But some really good fish. There's some nice fish that don't get hammered too much. Cloudy, sort of windy day, very windy day, no rain. It is low, the lake, you can see it's pretty low. We haven't had much rain for about, well, 1.5 to 2 months, just when we start to need it. But I've got sort of halfway decent afternoon here. I've only got here for the afternoon. I'm going to stay till the evening, stay till the last knockings, as they say. But you can see it's oh, that was a bang. I'm going to have to start fishing properly in a minute. It's only recently changed to the pellet. I don't feel that was a rudd, that one. So I'm going to give it a while. I have got some bread. There are canter geese around, so floater fishing is, you know, you got to keep your wits about you. You can't bait too heavily. If I did bait on top heavily, no doubt they would come up. So I've just rigged up with a controller, what we call a controller float. I was going to use a waggler, but with this wind, if the fish are only, I don't know, 20-30 yards, I'm not really going to do that with a waggler and be able to mend the line. That's the thing, you've got to be able to mend the line with the wind. It puts a belly in it, otherwise the carp take it off the surface, and basically you're just striking a big belly of line and you miss the fish. So I'm going to sit on these floats for a little while. What can I say? I've got some pretty well dried out the freezer. Look, I'm watching as well. I can't talk and fish at the same time, and film. Frozen loaf I brought with me. I'm going to have to soak it, because obviously when you freeze things it dehydrates them a bit. So we're going to fish away here, and hopefully I do get to show you guys a tench. If not, something's got to pay, and it's going to be a carp, I feel. Ground bait, Baileys, some chicken meal, red and white maggots from Grant. I've got worms down there, but they just get mullered by the rudd, you know. I was talking to Mike, he said maybe some small pike, or, you know, would do really well, perch or something like that, or even trout. I thought maybe some trout would, you know, keep the numbers of the small rudd down. You think it's all very well having loads of fish, but if you get what's called a biomass of small rudd like this, they're doing two things. They're eating all the food for the other fish, so there's less food, so nothing grows effectively big. Also, when it's low water and hot, they're still sucking oxygen, aren't they? So you can have a 10-pound carp or 50 small rudd. It's the same oxygen reduction, isn't it? That's how I see it. I'm no fishery expert. I just go fishing, catch them and put them back. But that's how I see it. So you really don't want loads and loads of small stuff in there, because it's A, taking the food off the other fish, and B, if there is an oxygen crash, it's goodbye Vienna for all of the species. Fingers crossed we get some rain, but not today. I'm going to have to try and ping a few bits of bread out first, I think. It's been quiet for like 40 minutes. Other than rudd. I've had rudd, I haven't bothered showing you. You can see them, they're even knocking the float. They're trying to eat the float, I think. I'm about, I guess about 4 feet deep, something like that. So I'm assuming I am on the bottom. I've seen, because I've got polarising glasses, I've seen a little bit, sort of bits of, I think of bits of mud. But whether that's being stirred up by the rudd, which have obviously eaten all the ground bait by now, I expect, or whether there is something like a tench moving around in there, or maybe a carp's moved in, I don't know. A few bubbles there, that's sort of hopeful. Right, I'm probably going to go to head cam, guys. It's just, there's a carp over the back there. I'm going to go to head cam, soak some bread, ping half a dozen bits out, and just see if anything does come up and take them. Good day for fishing, I would say. My bread's pretty well dried out in the sun there. All you can do is put it in the net. As you can't, I mean, I could go down there, I'm just too lazy. Give it a little bit of a soak like this, and just let it sit in the net for a while. Soak the moisture up. Let me show you my other rig. Hey look, it's terrible to wire fish, it's just like a bomb sight. Avon rod, not bothering with a quiver tip, because it'll be visual fishing this. I've got my usual 5 pound line on the reel, as you see it there. Small hook, I don't know what it is, 10 would it be, something like that. A controller float, which I've stopped not with shot, but with a swivel. Like that, so it come up against a swivel. That way it's impossible if I cast hard for the shot to slide down closer, and I've got it quite a long way, about good 2 feet from the hook, so it's away from the bait, so it will be visual fishing. And this one is a self-righting float, I guess you can see it, the weight in it there, so it will actually sit as a float, so if a fish does take it and pull, I'm going to see that float shoot away sideways. Unlikely to put it down, because generally they come up and just move away with it, so it's going to be a sort of sideways motion of the float. Right, there's a carp just come out there. I think I'll get some bread out. I can see him there, dark shape. Quick. I don't want to track the birds if I can help it. I can throw that, Graeme, throw it out there. I'm scouting around looking for the ducks. Oh my God, he's taken a piece. Right. Hand white bag, panic, Graeme, panic stations. Well, he's drifting in and out. He's not going nuts feeding. So if I do fish, I can't watch the tench float here and a controller float. So I'm going to bring one of the floats in, put it up here. I think just fish one tench float in the swim, which I can sort of see in the side vision, and I'm going to put a piece of crust out there. He's only taken the one piece, but he's sort of interested, but it looks like he's a little bit cute. So I just got a piece of crust. I might be a little bit too far away from the float there, but you can see piece of crust, slightly damp crust. You want it floating. The controller float, which can slide up and down the line, and now all I have to do is scout around and see if I can find Mr. Carp. I have also seen some shapes drift quite up close to that edge of the island there. If there's no tench going, have a walk around and just see if I can spot an individual, go stalking with one rod. Now also what happens is, look, the rudder hammering that, I don't really mind that. They can hammer it till they knock it off, but that action, all that vibration, I'm a great believer that does actually attract the carp, who then move in. And then what happens if they knock it off, which they invariably will, along comes Mr. Carp. Oh, there's the carp. Oh, they've had it off already, look at that. How many times has that happened to us? Look, there he goes. I don't think you guys will see him. Swimming a little bit too fast. He's looking at a leaf. It's just always nice to get that first take. I don't really need to lose this float. Okay. He's going way up there, Mr. Carp. But of course he can drift down here as well. I think I'm better off doing individual fishing like this for a moment, for say an hour or so, because if I start piling the bread in, it attracts the birds, the Canada geese, and also, oh, he's coming back, also the rudd will just pile through it. Check drag, Graeme. Okay, I'll switch off until such time as I have any chance of a take. I think he's coming back this way. Here he comes. Wow, he's coming close to it, guys. Has he seen it? How can you miss that? He's seen it, he's seen it, he's seen it. Oh, he's spooky. What a shame. I doubt I'll get 2 casts out of that. I could try it, but now it's come off. That's what happens with bread, out-of-date bread. No, the ducks are a nuisance. Go on. Psst. Oh, there's another one. It's quite close to him. Is he going to see it? I'm on. I'm on. Wow, that was lucky, was it? Or was it pure skill? Let's pull that tench rod out of the way. Listen, I'll take 1 carp at a time. Even if the tench aren't feeding, the carp will do me. Believe it or not, I just had to change batteries in between this carp. It's a common by the look of it. That's why I'm up the bank here, because I had changed batteries. It's a reasonable fish. Come on. Get in, get in. He's in. Well. Oh yeah, he's right. Very sort of bronzy colour, you can see there. The colour, because I imagine they're quite old fish in here. He's gonna be, it might be 8 actually, he's pretty chunky across the back. Well, no tench yet, but my goodness me, what a start. I'll put him back in the next swim. Wrong way, that's a shallow way. Go on. Well, good result, good start. No tench, but a big fat carp. I've cast that over there, he's come up and looked at the float, but unfortunately I squeezed the crust on too hard and it's sunk. Tench floats back out. No bubbles, nothing. Of course they could come in the evening. If I stayed with this evening, lower light levels, it drops down there. West, there's always a chance there. Next cast, guys, and I'm on again. So I didn't even see this, the float buried. Didn't see the fish at all. I did think it might be a good fishing day, but I thought it'd be better for tench. Why has a carp just come up there? Let's get the tench. Oh, he's pinged off. Just pulled off, yeah. A shame that I didn't see the fish, so I have no idea. I'm feeling they're coming up underneath that bush, but over there, that way. So what I do is I cast and then I just pull the float this way to straighten out the trace down to the bait, just to give you a bit of space. If you're fishing a commercial water, then of course they're not too worried about the float, are they? But you know, when you're on a, I call it a natural, it's not wild, a natural water like this, with more natural stock, less competition of feeding, then it could be a little bit more picky. Come on, float, let's see you go. It's so peaceful down here, Somerset, look at it. Float fishing, just an empty lake. Well, not empty, fish. Now I'm just getting knocked by the rudd over there. If I put anything else live or meat bait on there, on the tench float, it's just mullered bread, maybe sweet corn. I've got some sweet corn, that might be better actually down there. But I figure the 10mm pellet is going to be tench or carp. Seen quite a few. Oh, right in his head, unfortunately. It spooked him, but quite a few over that back. If you cast too far, these controller floats have got weights in them, so they will carry. Even though it's windy, if you cast them hard, they will carry. The last thing you want is it carrying into, say with a gust of wind, over into the trees. Ah, there's two that's moving in here. Let's just bring the bait in a bit more. And I will click off until I get a hook up. And one again. Well, tench nil, carp, third hook up. Thank God for a loaf of bread. That's all I can say. Oh, I'll put that up there. Let's see if we can get this one in though, Graeme. He's going for the bank edge. This one buried the float as well, so they're obviously not too spooky. I've got a feeling they're laying out underneath all that overhang there, to be honest. I might have to catapult some bread out there and see what comes out. Wow. This one, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 carp. Never mind about the tench. Now there's mud coming up down there, but I don't think it's from this carp, which is another common. Here he comes. Stretching, stretching. Hooks out. I don't know why the fish is 6. I will put him back here because they're obviously not too worried. Go on. A giant piece of crust going out there. Look at this one. Oh! I just see a dark shape move into the edge of the swim. I didn't want to put it there at all. Is he going to come up? No. Hopefully that's not so wet it will come off the hook. But it is a big piece. It comes off the hook, Graeme. Went through the umbrella, I think. Wind's come up a bit. Oh, living dangerously. Right. Could have gone a bit closer, but hey ho. It's better to get my gear back and then have it hanging in the tree. They tend to want to come from this way, not from that way very much, but I will go down there and have a look at those shallows. Very often with islands you will get carp that go right around the island one way or the other. So you think they're gone completely, you just have to wait till they come round on another circuit. Especially if there's little groups of 2s and 3s and that, they seem to go in a little group together. At the moment I'm just letting it sit out there because there is nothing moving in front of me. Of course they could come up immediately and take it, and that's why you rarely when I'm floating fishing, you rarely see me sitting down with the rod on the deck like that. I'm nearly always holding it, so as soon as I see the take I can strike. It's gone a little bit quiet because the chances of me missing one now is higher. A little bit of belly of the line in the line there, and of course I'm sitting down and I've got to reach down, get the rod, pick up that loose line before I make contact with the fish. A loaf of bread from last year that's been in the freezer. Hook 3, got 2. Tench, no. I've damp, I've got worms, I've got maggots. I could try sweet corn, but maybe they don't get fed with these pellets with anglers. Maybe they don't know what they are. But it's the only way I can get past the rudd. It's just like suicide for any maggot going in there. It's going to get mullered by the rudd. And the worms get towed all over the place. Having said that, there's a little dip of the float then. Be nice just to get one tench out of it. But as I say, could be wait until the evening. Low light. Although it's all coloured, the water's very coloured, so it's not exactly like they're spooky. Small fish at distance, right past the corner of that overhang, which is where I'd seen them sort of coming out. It doesn't feel like a biggish fish. But listen, they all count, don't they? No. Don't even think of going in the tench line. I just do not need tangles. Yeah, it's a small one. Looks like a small common. I don't actually know if there's mirrors in here, to be honest. I suppose I must have caught mirrors before, but predominantly going to be common. Guessing it's about 4.5-ish, something like that. Let's get him straight back. Can you believe this? Look, on a great big chunk of crust and a huge controller float like this. A nice rad, but what is he doing eating a whole piece of crust like that? I don't know. Well, of course, at a couple of 3, they're further and further away, as happens with a big float when you're putting it in there. So I think I'm going to wind the tench rod in. Can't call it a tench rod because I haven't caught one, have I? Wind the tench rod in and pocket full of bread, net, mat, and go walking and see if I can't find out where these critters have gone to. Definitely gone a little bit quiet. Make quite a change to have a change of scenery. You can see different spots, you know. Yeah, there is something I've always liked about stalking, roving, patrolling, call it what you will. Just moving, looking for fish, looking for spots, looking for places. I'm not great on fishing in one spot. I just get itchy feet. And they can be in the margins as well. Surprising, it's very shallow up this end at the time of year I'm filming here. So we'll have a quick look because there could be something. The temperature's going to be warm in the water here, but here we are in the summer, so the ledge summer. The wind's gone down, which is good. I'm figuring they're going to be near bushes, overhangs, tree roots and stuff like that, but I'll have a quick march around, see if I can't isolate one. I feel if I put a load of bread in, I'm going to attract the Canada geese. Well, I've seen some ripples over on the far bank, so I figure we'll have a walk round there. I've seen 1 or 2 shapes, but I can't cast to them. The overhang of the tree will stop me going in there. If I have free line crust, I could skim it across, but I can't do that with the float. And I think, you know, I don't really want to change, and I don't really want to lose the float. That's the only one I got. Just seen 2 carp come up right in front of my swim. Well, I've walked right down and they seem to be out in the middle. I've missed a couple, and I've got an unseen fish hooked up here. I know it's a carp. Very, very dark common. But that was way at the limit of my distance of casting. And one tip I will say, you know, I always say with the crust, if you want to cast it a bit further without a controller, just give it 1 damp in the water and cast it. You can't do that if you're distance casting. Even with a controller, it will come off. So I tend to cast it what I call dry, if you like, with a controller. A feisty one. I think he was very surprised to be hooked at that distance. Wow. Goodness me. Like a little tuna. No, I know he's going to roll. No. Yes. Oh, it's a decent fish. Very, very dark one. He's got his fin up for you as well. That is a black looking fish, isn't it? That's got to be one of the old originals with big fins on it. Wow. Are you guys keeping count? What's that? Number 4. Oh. 4 and a hook in your finger? What a bonus. Gone. Well, that was worth the move. I think I'm going to go over the far side and have a look. Just see a couple round the corner there. How to get to them. They're going to do it, I don't think. Let's say swing out a bit. No, they need to be tighter in the left. I think I'll move it, I'm going to spook the fish. No, just move it, it's not right. Well, I came around the other side of the island, saw 1 or 2 moving, but they weren't really turning for it, and I thought I'm just going to throw it out the opposite side of that fallen tree on the island, assuming, as I said, they go around in circles around the island. And saw a swirl, float just pipped a little bit, struck, got a fish hooked up on it. See if I get an angle on it. He wants right in there for some reason. He will not turn. All tree boats close in. Yeah, I've got him now. Oh. Yeah. Wow. Another nice fish. Probably in the 7s and upwards. Still on the map. Nice sort of a lighter gold one. Big gold paddle tail. Like sort of big Portuguese commons I used to catch when I was in Portugal. Not necessarily big, but with a big tail. Like that. Nice fish. Yeah, Seiko 7s plus. There you go, pal. Oh. Another thing. I just noticed I was netting that fish. These look like swan mussels. which is normally a good sign for tench years ago, having swan mussels there. And then I'm asking myself, is this a tree or does that look awfully like a man-made stake from years ago, that one? So I wonder, was there actually a fishing staging here years ago? I think there might be one swim down there. I better go look at it. I'm getting low on batteries, guys. Might have to go back to base camp. Got a small one on. Got to move all the way down. The birds are a pain, the Canada geese. You can't really get the fish going, so it's quite tricky trying to get them. I seem like I'm doing okay, but it is actually quite tough. If I could feed floating crust, I would be back home for tea by now. He's here. All common. I guess 6s to 7s, all common. All nice commons. Well, come back to the main swim, guys. The birds Canada geese up in the fields eating grass. I've heaved a load of bed out, and sure as I told you, they started coming up. I got another one hooked up. What's here? I think he's about. He might go 9. This one. He might go 9 pounds. Nice fish. Whew, getting tired now, folks. I'm onto a fish, guys. It's on pellet on the float. I don't know, it's a tench or a carp. It'd be nice to get a tench, wouldn't it? Just to sort of break the monotony up, but I think it might be. It is a small tench. Well, happy day. I was kind of doubting those pellets, to be honest. But as soon as I put, what I did was, I'll show you what I did. I put maggots on above a banded pellet. I tried it below, so they're on the hook, but the maggots come off. This way I put the maggots above the banded pellet, so they've got to stay on. Well, that's not so bad, is it, eh? If I can get him. Yes. That's pretty well what I came for. All tench are nice to catch, like barbel. I think if you said what's your 2 favourite fish, Graeme, I suppose it would be rivers, but that's straight. It would be rivers for the barbel, and tench. It's not big for tench, of course it's not. And it would be tench for still waters. It definitely wouldn't be carp. Look at it, nice, clean, crisp fish. You don't often see many manky tench because, you know, they do say the slime on the tench is supposed to have medicinal qualities. But I won't be rubbing it on myself anytime soon. Wow, well pleased. Still an iconic species. Well, I'm sort of surprised. I am sort of surprised, but listen, give me enthusiasm and a different way of rigging, because I don't think I've ever put maggots above a banded pellet before. Well, I've got a carp hooked out long distance. I didn't even see the float move. Small one. I reckon the bread was a bit doughy and sunk, and it was just like a regular float. I just pulled and boom, it was on. Not a big fish. Goodness me, I've had some action today. Another common. This is number 8, I think. You guys keep count for me. Same size. Not the sort of 8s, round about 6s I'm guessing. Bear with me. And here he is, quick put back. Well, I bought the wrong lead for the battery charger for my little power bank, so whatever I get, but it's another carp off the surface. I wonder if I'm catching the same one over and over again. You guys will have to have a look at the pictures. It's another common, but it is a bigger one. Here he comes. There he goes. Oh, we're striking now. Yeah, it's a bit bigger. I can't believe your loaf of bread does this. Not even a loaf of bread. A few slices. Guys, I'm gonna bing that camera off till I get it in the net, because I really am low on battery and I've got nowhere charging it. And he's all picked a branch up now. It's an 8 or 9 pounder again. But yeah, 8 3/4, somewhere around about there. Right. I suppose I've got to hang it out and try and get 10 now. No more tench. Let's get this guy back. I can only stop carp fishing when I run out of bread. There we go, guys. That is indeed number 10. Wow, what a session I have had, folks. Carp all the way, 1 tench, cannot grumble. What a session. And in this setting, peace, quiet and solitude. I've actually, oh, I can't get up. I've got to go and have a cook up. So I've got to eat something before I, oh, let's get up here. Before I find somewhere to reside for the night. Luckily, I'll show you when I get up there. I'm all geared up. No point standing in the bivvy, you can't night fish her anyway. And to be honest, I'm too tired for it now. You could take a tent, like a campsite, but I've got to drive miles, haven't I? I can find a lay-by like lorry drivers do and just sleep in the car. It's all good fun at my age, I think. Right, I think it's back for a cook-up. It's good to sit down, guys, you know what I mean? So I'm going to have something to eat now. I might have a little hour at dusk here before I move on and find a suitable establishment where to park my car. You can also park by A&E to get your hair put back on your hand. It is indeed spaghetti bolognese, but with a special, totally awesome twist. Dust, spit, bad breath. In they go. You need to tune these primer stoves way down. Very, very low. A, it saves gas, and B, it doesn't burn it all. I just have a point of interest, guys. I hate it when you get litter all over the place. Look, if you squeeze an oval in that tin, just like this, there, you'll find that the lid, oh gosh, it drops right in, and then you squeeze the oval out of it, and it's in there. And then I take it home in a plastic bag in which it came. That's the twist. Frankfurters, my lovely. Just snap them up. You can wipe off the maggot slime and tench slime later. Bung it all in. There's nothing wrong with a bit of bacteria. Your body's got to learn to fight for itself, hasn't it? 3 frankfurters, spaghetti bolognese. I think we forgot the bread, but can't have everything. I just enjoy these sort of trips like this. What's in there? Oh, oh my word. It's going to be a big night. Parboiled potatoes as well. Goodness me. I can save that one for tomorrow, because I'm fishing off a pier tomorrow, hopefully, if I've worked the tides out properly. Tomorrow's sandwiches. Still got the cool box. Got the milk for the morning. I've got the wooden spoon as carved by, I think it was that Jerry Airy carved that one? I don't remember. It's a good one, Jerry. Maybe it's a shop bought one. This is for the Teflon Appreciation Society, who don't like me stirring and having Teflon in my tummy, which is very true. Now look how fast that burned, heated up. So you've got to have it almost out. There we go. I'm all organised now. Look, that's the lowest setting I've got it on, short of going out. That's a real belly buster, that one. I'll show you the establishment. This is why I don't have a problem not having a bivvy, look. Because I always have a stake cars. Obviously I used to sell furniture years ago, so I need something I can get rods in. Here's my beach outfits for tomorrow. Tripods and 12-foot rods. I've got in here a camp bed, okay, 6-foot camp bed. A self-inflated blow-up lilo, which I use, it's all my carp gear, not this one, not the blue one. An ancient sleeping bag, which is second hand. That must be a bit sketchy. And then, because there's a curve in the seats, if I move my rods over, I put some bits of 3x2 there for the legs to rest on, because it goes down and curves at the back. Can you see that? And then it'll be too springy. That makes it more rigid. So I can just stretch out in there, no problem at all, have a good night's sleep. I'm not getting damp off here as if I would be tenting or camping. It's quieter. Obviously, make sure you do just crack the windows, you know, so you've got circulation there. Another little tip, I don't crack the window on this side, I do it on the opposite side to where I'm sleeping. If I did it here and a wind came up, I would get a blinding stiff neck and headache, so you'll get a chill in your neck. Trust me, you do not want it. I've got an old cheapo pillow there. I don't know, if it's probably older than me. And to keep it, you know, it gets light, say 4 in the morning. Well, I haven't got curtains, have I? I haven't fitted curtains in the car yet. So I get a clean towel and I can drape that over my head and eyes. And then I think it's night time, I think it's the middle of winter. And if I do think it's the middle of winter, underneath here is an old blanket that I can put on, as well as the jackets and clothes if it gets cold. I thought I'd just show you around the establishment. I mean, it's camping gym, but not as you know it. It's bubbled boiled food, but not as you know it. There is no way with this short of putting it out and breathing on it. That is as low as it's going, guys. I like the little tripod one, base one. I don't like the tall one, which is about the height of the can. It's wobbly. Not great for frying pans. So let's get this heated up and have something to eat and get back fishing. Now I use, obviously, military grade old billy can, like that, handle folds up. People say, why don't you just eat out, straight out of the saucepan to save yourself washing up and that? Well, it's really, really hot. If I put it in here, if it's winter, I can just warm this, just switch it like this, warm it over the gas. Or if it's like summer, which it, summer? It's got Armageddon today. At least the wind's dropped. I can put this in here and being summer, it'll cool it off a little bit. I'll show you. And it strikes me as a little more civilised. Now I'm calling that a mess tin. And is that, yes, because it does look a bit of a mess. Somebody knows, is that what it's called, a mess tin? Because they're always messy. Oh dear, I'll tell you why else I like sleeping in the car. If it's raining, I don't have it dripping through the canvas if you haven't proofed your tent. It's quite a plus, isn't it? If it is raining, it's horrible, horrible packing up tents when everything's wet. In this, I don't even have to get out the car. I can climb and worm my way through the front seat, switch the ignition on and drive away. I mean, what's not to like? Excuse me while I partake of my evening meal. Spaghetti bolognese, potato, it's all carb stuff, isn't it? And frankfurters, perhaps not so healthy. It's hot enough. Wow. Oh. Biggest one I've had in this lake. Well, check this one out. It's definitely a double figure fish. That is no question, that's a double. I'm going to weigh that one, I think. One quick picture and get it back. Calm down, Eddie. Hopefully. Have you noticed all commons go crazy? Don't know what it is. They must be on some sort of ego trip wanting to get on the camera. There we go. What a crackerjack fish, as we say. They're totally awesome. 14 pounds even. I couldn't even scrape a few extra ounces off it. That's a real beaut. Wow, that's made the trip, hasn't it? Guys, it's silly. It's number 15. I've got to pack up. Thanks for watching the Totally Awesome Fishing Show. You guys must have brought me some good luck. Not so much with the tench, just the one tench. I've still got my line in there, but it's not happening. The rudder mulling me everywhere. What a session. So if you want to come down here, check out this lake. It's Lovelynch. Mike Oxman runs it. It's just very small, don't get me wrong, very small, but very, very peaceful for a bit of float fishing. If you like carp, well, it's obviously carp here. I can only say I've had one on the float, on the tench rod. All the others have been on the surface. So, slice loaf, one hook, one float controller, away you go. And hang on till the evening, because that 14 pounder didn't come till the last minute, and I've had some good fish since then. Okay guys, we'll see you in the next film. Well, that wasn't a halfway bad session, considering I was after tench, really. I got sidetracked with that floater fishing because I've always been a lover of roving fishing, or visual fishing, you know, like fly fishing visually for trout, fishing and rolling meat for maybe barbel you can see, or chub with some cheese. I've always liked visual fishing, always have that, travelling light, moving on. So it's difficult to get out of that sort of 60-year-old mindset that you've had for that length of time. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Lovely little spot to try, nice and peaceful, which I do like. Now, over we go and see what Grant has to say. Something there caught my eye.
Hi Graeme, you're in collecting your bait, but as I noticed you eyes wandering again, you're looking at this little contraption on the wall.
Yeah, look different.
So, yeah, it's a different type of gun. So this is an FX Wildcat Mark II. FX is a Swedish brand, but this is what they call a bullpup rifle. So you still get the the best of having a full length barrel.
Yeah.
But in a short gun still. Yeah.
Yeah, so, it's what caught my eye. It's not as long with the stock.
If I held it up to a standard air rifle, you still got a full length barrel, okay?
Yes.
It starts from in front of you normally, yeah? So
That's
it'd be
it,
here with the stock on it.
Yes.
Yeah, whereas this one, if you look when I put it up to my shoulder, my magazine and my shooting action's all under my cheek, which keeps it close.
Does it make it more stable? You know, it's not waving so much for targeting.
Yeah, it's different balance. So I'd say a bullpup gun was designed for the army for close quarter combat. Well,
that's what it's for.
With an air rifle, we're not talking
about
that.
But is that what the copy is?
That's what the copy comes from. Yes.
So if you were doing urban training as a soldier, they have short stock.
Yeah,
like
short
that.
stock. That's it, exactly that. But you still get the option of having the full length barrel, which gives you accuracy and your full length, so you get proper shooting. So this particular model is a multi-shot. So it comes with a side lever, which is for cocking the air, which you click on there. And then obviously that releases my magazine if I hold it back, and that there is an 8-shot magazine for this is a 2.2 this model. So it literally it's not people ask, oh, do you get fully auto? No, they're all semi-automatic. They're not even semi-automatic. They are one shot.
It's a lever. That's it. One shot then lever.
There's nothing in this, guys. By the way, okay.
Yeah, it's just there.
Fire. Okay, and then again.
I see it's there. Like a little bolt action in a lever.
If you watch the magazine as I pull.
Oh, I just saw it move
rotates,
then,
and that
do
just
another one, you can see it. I got it that time, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it just rotates on each one. So yeah, it's still basically a standard air rifle. It's got filling option there, so you put in your probe, it's filled with a diver cylinder.
It's a full barrel one, not the little cassette one.
That's it, so a full tank. Yeah, so it's not a CO2 cartridge, it's what we call a PCP, pre-pneumatic air. So this is your gauge here, what we fill to. So this one fills to 200 bar. So you can fill these ones up to 250, I believe, as well. So it's a lot of pressure in a gun. But you probably get, I'd say, out of this gun maybe 120 shots with the size of the air cylinder underneath.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got shrouded barrel. So if you look there, you can see your barrel size here. Yeah, and then back, that's where the shroud starts, which is for silencing. Okay, so it keeps it quiet.
Oh, so it's not what I would say that bit
So
looked like.
That is
moderators.
The moderator size, we're going to call it. So that breaks down there, and then that's your. I'll tell you what, we can unscrew it, and you can have a. So it's shrouded. It just reduces
the
noise.
But is there a huge difference in it? You know.
So that I can show you. So that's the end of your barrel. Nothing in it, although you can see that on your camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is just a tube, but it's just to lose air in it, so it suppresses the noise. It keeps it quiet.
So it sort of dissipates the air inside that barrel there.
So if you look, there's a bit of a valve there, so it will go in here. It dissipates around here. If I took this apart, it'd probably have like bits of plastic in it. It looks like hair rollers and a bit of matting.
Yeah.
And basically that dissipate the air back into here and out there, and it just loses that extra crack that you would get.
Yeah.
So I mean, well, too, we'd do you
a demo.
So we'll probably scale the customers downstairs. Well, there we go. So right, so.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. Okay. So quite a loud bang.
That is quite. Right. I like it better like that.
Yeah. It makes it a bit more exciting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we put the shroud barrel back on.
Huge difference that makes, doesn't it? Goodness me.
Oh, huge, massive difference. So we line the barrel up, and this screws back in, and this obviously. You just hear a bit of noise, and when you shoot a pellet through it,
it's a different noise again, isn't it?
Different noise again, a little bit quieter again.
And lightweight as well, those.
Very light, very light. So it's what we call a synthetic stock.
Would they use those for vermin or target practice or both?
Both really, but I would say for me it's been a great vermin gun. Nice and light.
Really, yeah.
Really easy to hold. I can hold it one-handed.
Yeah.
It's not heavy. This is more like a foamy sort of material than I don't know, like a hard plastic.
Yeah.
It probably is a plastic with like a coating.
Oh yes, that's it.
It's
like
very,
sort of
very light, yeah. So right, let's do another. So we put the shroud on the moderator back on.
Oh yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a third of it, so it dissipates the air out of there. So
and it's got a rail at the top.
Yeah, so the rail on the top there, this gives you two options. That on the top there is called a 911 dovetail rail, and on the outside is a Weaver Picatinny rail, which gives you the option to have the wider one, or you can have the thinner one across the top.
Benefits being? Just scope
I think
size.
just option for scope size, and you get more options than what you can have. But amount's amount end of the day, and I quite like just I like a 911 dovetail which goes on the top there. So, but yeah, so just another take to an air rifle.
It is, yeah. So, I suppose it's that short stock that caught my eye. I thought, well, that was different, yeah.
That's right. I'll get him to part with his money one day on one, but we're getting there slowly.
Yeah.
But
especially that nice loud bang. I like that.
Nice loud bangs. Nice the bangs. So, but yeah. So as a PCP, so this is a second-hand gun. They do FX is probably top end really. They're quite expensive.
Oh really? Yeah.
But I like second-hand stuff. We like stuff with a bit of character and odd mark and stuff like that. But,
do they do a 177 in this?
They do
these people?
Yeah, 17. So you'll get 177, 22, 25, and a 30. So a 30 is a big pellet. So I've actually stuck some pellets on a card, and you can see the size difference through them. So I don't know if we've done it.
And that's still under 12 foot-pounds. Still that
under
size.
12 foot-pounds. Yeah. Well, a lot of your 30s would be FAC and 25s, but in general, it's
So there you go, guys. Anybody want something a bit different? Yeah, that is certainly a bit different.
So, but yeah, there we go. So that is the FX Wildcat Mark II.
Well, there you go. It's a nice little section of filming, little chat from Grant. I've got loads more stuff to go up. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 films last week in just over 2 days, non-stop. But the weather's pretty horrific at the moment, so what can I do but stay at home? Might go and do some slide films. I might run through some of the slides and see what I can put up for old scan stuff. We will see you hopefully next time. Don't forget to watch Mike's TA.Outdoors, The Life of Mike, his other channel, and of course, the main one, yes, TA Fishing. We'll see you next time.